Hello, and today, since it's so close to Halloween, this is going to be our Halloween show. And we're going to be talking to the HorrorCon people today. And we're going to have new music from Arlow Xan.
Yeah, real excited about that.
Yeah, their Halloween music from their Halloween album.
And in case you're wondering, this is Jennie Moench and I'm Custer, and we are
Creative Alliance.
Also the Flint Underground, which is probably where you're watching us right now, flintunderground.org.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Or the Flint Underground.
Or you're on TV, which is even cooler.
Yeah, which
means we're on TV, which I love.
Nick is a local poet, and you might have seen him shouting out street poetry. And I'm an author and a painter. And about Flint Underground, you want to talk about that for a minute?
Like I'm saying, you're either watching us on channel 17 on Comcast, or you're watching us online right now on flintunderground.org.
And if you're not watching us on flintunderground.org, you really should look, because that is an extended version of the show. And also every Monday at 6 o'clock, we have something on there. If it's not our show, then it's going to be some videos from Flint, either the collab night videos. Flint Local 432 has a video this month too that's out there. And you should watch that. That one's great.
It's the spot to check out what's going on in Flint. And pretty soon we'll also be taking your submissions to our channel. So if you want to put up some cool underground stuff going on in the community, you can send that to Jennie.
Yeah.
At this email address right here.
Okay. And if you want to become a member of Creative Alliance,
it's only $6.
$6.
I know, what a deal.
Yeah, and then if you become a member, then you also get some other certain privileges, like you get, discounts on books or calendars.
Events, stuff like that.
Yeah, we're having an art contest too coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's only $6 per entry if you're a member. Otherwise, it's $10. And the prizes are $100 for first place. $50 for second.
I could use that.
And $25 for third.
And that's still like 5 times your $6.
Sure, and you get, for the month of November, you get to have your artwork up. You could put your phone number on there and a price, maybe you could sell it.
It's kind of like Flint's version of Art Prize, but $100, 500,000, something like that.
A little smaller.
But you guys will be the vote, so check it out. And you're probably wondering, what is the Creative Alliance? Well, I'll answer that question for you. The Creative Alliance is artists and activists, or we are artists and activists. We are painters, poets, organizers, dancers, actors, models, photographers, filmmakers, writers, DJs, musicians, designers, comedians, and performers. And you'd think I'd memorize this by now. Our mission is to organize events and activities that support art, culture, education, and our community. We want to encourage an atmosphere that makes people proud to live in Flint. And if this sounds like an organization that you're interested in joining, we meet at Churchill's on Saginaw Street every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, except for the third Wednesday, which is actually coming up this week, where we meet at Good Beans Cafe in Carriagetown and have a little open mic, open jam. Which is also
videotaped and put onto the Flint Public Access Channel 17 as well.
And of course it's on our website.
Sure, so we'll look that up too. Yeah. And so did you want to talk about who's going to be on today?
Sure. Well, today we got our October show, so obviously we're just something cool and scary and kind of awesome, like the HorrorCon people we got on. We got some local authors. We got Glen Birdsall, Geary, we've got a couple different cool segments. We've got Counelis, and then of course we have Arlow Xan at the end to do a little Halloween song.
Right, they have the Halloween album coming out. We're going to play some music off of that. So
and the word on the street is there might be a little fun coup fight at the end of the show, so check out for that too. It's going to be a lively day.
Okay, and so the HorrorCon though is actually going to be on October 20th at the Masonic Hall here in Flint.
The temple, right?
The temple. And then on October 11th though, in this building at the Flint
Local 432,
they're going to have films.
The HorrorCon is going to show horror films?
Yeah, they're going to show films.
Is it films they did?
Well, it's a variety of people, but they're all local. Local
Very cool.
movie makers.
Come check that out.
Yeah, so anyway, that will be fun. Oh, here it is. See, there's all these different movies that they're going to have.
Well, let's show them at home.
Yeah.
In early October, there will be a chill in the air, and you'll know that it came from the local. On Thursday, October 11th, the Flint Horror Convention is invading the Flint Local 432 for a night of free independent horror films in honor of the 2012 Flint HorrorCon. We have an evening of international terror planned featuring films that have been submitted to our convention this year, from zombies to flesh-eating fog to timeless killers. We have it all, and it's free. So call your best ghoul friend and boy fiend and make sure to come out to It Came from the Local at 124 West 1st Street in Flint from 7 until 11 at the Flint Local 432. On Saturday, October 20th, 2012, the Flint Horror Convention returns for its second year of inexpensive terror. All the fun will be taking place in downtown Flint Masonic Temple and will be on the 3 floors of the historic building. This year, we will have vending on the first 2 floors and independent horror films and around the world on the 3rd floor. Joining us at this year's convention will be celebrity guests Ari Lehnen, the first Jason from Friday the 13th, Cleve Hall, Sci-Fi's Network Monster Man, Kevin Van Hendricks from the Basket Case franchise, Walter Felon, House of 1,000 Corpses, and Dr. Satan, Tom Sullivan, special effects artist for Evil Dead, John Tenon, paranormal lecturer, and local legend of dark music Lucifer Fulci. And join our guests will be nearly 50 vendors selling everything from movies to postcard art and more. We will also have a costume contest for the adults and one for the younger folks, both with prizes for the winners. On stage, you'll have a live tattoo from Almighty Tattoo given at the luckiest contest winner, picked by Almighty. There will also be a dance performance by troupe Saba Zimora on the main stage. National celebrity organizer Scares That Cares will also be at the convention raising money for their work in children. And all of this will be presented by our guest MC Wolfman Mac Kelly. The Flint Horror Convention will be held from noon and is only from noon until 10 p.m. and is only $10 to attend.
Yeah.
So you can just fill the screen. We're
Just
cool
split
like
it
that.
out. Okay. So anyway, and we're going to have a little blurb too later on that talks about in more detail.
Yeah, plenty more detail.
Well, last month.
Yeah, last month we decided to have a little contest to see who wanted one of our really cool FlintUnderground.org shirts.
Right, and we got lots of them left too, so if you go to FlintUnderground.org, you can buy a Flint Underground shirt made by Pauly Everett.
Yeah.
You want to show a picture of that? Cool.
Magic.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
Yeah, I really like.
So what was our contest again? I forget.
Okay, remember I had those 3 photographs, and
Nope.
you had to guess what they're. What is that?
I don't remember that at all.
Well, anyway, close your shirt to remember. Okay, so anyway, so I wanted to show the 3 photographs. So everybody at home, if they did guess what they were,
They can guess now.
now they know. Well, now they'll know.
Oh,
And what we ended up doing is everybody who sent in a submission, we just went ahead and sent a shirt. So we're gonna have another contest, and who knows, we might do the same thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But first, I want to show you the pictures from last month, so that everybody will know. So you want to show the first photograph, and as you can see.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, yep. We have segues. Our police officers in Flint do have a few segues.
It looked like the future to me. I
Every
couldn't
once in a
figure it
while.
out.
Okay, and then the second one now.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
What was the dog's ear?
Yeah, it looked almost like a
Obviously.
bat to me, is what
Yeah,
I
it was
thought.
kind of freaky.
Now the third one, this one was the most difficult. So you want to show the third one?
Yeah, now this definitely was a little off.
Yep, and that feather was actually on the hat of Amanda Catshaw. She's a local
Oh,
entertainer.
man.
If
She
everybody
does,
knows
like,
her.
the koi
Oh
and-
yeah, I know. She's great
Very
too. She's
cool.
always doing crazy stuff. If you go to Art Walk, you'll probably see her out.
So we should have another contest.
Yeah, let's have another contest.
What do you want to do?
Well, this was tough. I was trying to think of something that we could describe, like we could have somebody could send us in an entry with a good description, maybe even a funny description of something.
Something mundane?
Yeah, well, something I didn't really know the name of. And so what I came up with is, okay, you know when you're crossing the street, how you either have the thing that says don't walk, or there's a little white guy. Or sometimes some
There's a
people
white
say
guy?
they're green. I think he's usually white though. And there's like a little stick figure. And my What I want you to do is name the little white guy.
Name the little white guy.
Name the you know what? I mean,
I know
the name of
the guy that says you're not jaywalking.
Right. Okay. So anyway, whoever sends us in the funniest, coolest, most interesting description or name for that little guy will get a shirt.
Can we enter? I want a shirt.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if you.
You guys have to be me.
Like, so if you want to enter, are we going to send it to your email address?
Yeah, let's send it to me. Just send me an email. Put in the masthead there. The what do you call it? Subject line. Just cut that. All right, send me an email. Put it in the subject line. Don't walk contest, and send that to nicpublishing@gmail.com.
Make sure you put down your information too about your address. We can send you a shirt.
Yes, give us your contact
info. Okay, your name. And then if you don't have email, because you might be watching us on TV, then you can mail it to me. And you would mail it to Post Office Box 127, Graham Blank, 48480. And that's attention Jennie Moench. And right here is the address, if you take a chance to write that down.
And so, what was the contact information? We wanted the name, the phone number, the address?
Sure, yeah, because I think a phone number is great too, just so we can call you if we need to. Or you can email us.
Somewhere in the real world we can send you a shirt.
Yeah, and we need to have a physical address. So, or you know what? You could come to a meeting too if you wanted to. Because we meet.
Yeah, but who wants to do that?
Yep. Everybody wants to be
They just watch us on TV. We should videotape our meetings.
Oh, yeah, well, that'd be real interesting, wouldn't it? I don't know.
Do you want to do events?
Why don't you do events?
Okay, I'll do events.
So well.
Sometimes.
Tell us what's going on in Flint.
All right. So this Saturday, September 22nd, at the Flint Local 432, gonna have Most Dangerous Animal, Luther, Timeshares, Glen Birdsall, and Vagabond, and that's at 7 o'clock. I think it's $5 at the door. Only $5. Next Friday, September 28th, for the local, Sadie Lee, The Standouts, Decades, The Bicker Brothers, and Winner Take All. It should be a good show. The day after that, Saturday, September 29th, 7 p.m., will be the Flint Grand Slam, $1,000 Poetry Slam prize in the Kiva, U of M Flint, run by Edgar Wilson.
Yeah, future.
The future of Flint poetry. Nice, good guy. That same night, if you're not interested in poetry, right here at the local, Empty Orchestra, record release show with special guests, Cheap Girls, The Fencemen, one blown speaker, and the Tom Toms. That should be pretty cool. Sunday, September 30th. All-day free tattoo for my mom or dad at Almighty Tattoo on Hill Road in Flint. You should check that out. You want to get a tattoo with your son?
Yeah.
Yeah? You watching Ivan? Check it out. 30th. Also that day, if you're not into tattoos, September 30th, 1 p.m. free event, the Eddie Munster Battlestar Comics something. What's that?
In Burton, Michigan.
Does that mean Eddie Munster? The character?
Yes.
Oh my God, I will be there. The character who played Eddie Munster will be in Burton at Battlestar Comics. Did you guys look this up?
I'm going to interview him.
He's going to interview him. That's Paul Counelis right there. You'll have to talk about that later, Paul. That's awesome.
Disembodied voice.
So, we could even get him like a tattoo. Okay.
Yeah.
Make it work.
There we go.
Saturday, October 6th, 1 p.m., Bubba's Dash and Bash and Bubba O'Malley's in Burton. You can drink beer and run through the mud. $35 entry fee.
That
Proceeds.
sounds like fun.
Yeah, proceeds go to youth programs in our community. 5K with random mud pits and cargo nets. It sounds like a little warrior dash. Beer tent to follow.
Oh, well, if they have the beer first, I think they should have the beer first.
And there will be warriors and they'll be drinking before, after, during. It'll be cool. Thursday, October 11th, 7 p.m. It came from the local. Presented by the Flint Horror Con.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 movies I think that they're playing.
Awesome.
And they're all local film producers, I believe. They're all local. Are they all from? They're all from Michigan.
They're all talented. That's what matters. They're all worth seeing. And that'll be October 11th. Friday, October 12th, 5 p.m. The Creep Show. I think that's somebody else. That's an October Art Walk at 625. Right there on Saginaw Street. At 625 Saginaw Street. Saturday, October 13th will be the New Beginnings Halloween Psychic Fair at New Beginnings Church in Burton. That's at noon. And then also Saturday, October 20th, 12 p.m. noon, Flint Horror Con at the Masonic Temple, downtown Flint, Michigan. And we'll tell you more about that in just a minute.
Okay. Cool. And now that we are filming this at the Flint Local, 432, our costs are way down. Right?
Way down.
Right, way down. In fact, you know. So anyway, we can have underwriters. If somebody wants to underwrite the show, it's only $10.
Only $10?
And they will get at least 2 30-second spots or 1 minute. So we'll either, you know, give
So underwriters are kind of like people with commercials.
Yeah.
So we'll make them commercials?
But we're on public access.
For only $10?
Only $10.
That's a good deal.
And you can either give us a video or we can show a JPEG and do like a voiceover and talk about your business. And it's only $10. In fact, we have a video today from Johnny Panther Quest that I helped him put
Very
together.
cool.
And that's going to be one of our underwriters today. And plus we have, I think, three or four others. And you want to?
Yeah, let's just roll into that.
Okay.
Thank you, sponsors.
Stressed? Well, get out of the mainstream and go on a quest, a Johnny Panther quest. Offering tranquil adventures through the Everglades of Michigan by boat, romantic escapes, wildlife, birding. Travel 18,000 acres of twisting river and marshlands. Witness nature, see eagles, deer, beaver in their natural environment, and enjoy breathtaking sunsets. Right here in Michigan. Tours leave from Flint and Saginaw. Rated a gem attraction by AAA. Call Johnny Panther Quest at 810-653-3859.
Churchill's Food and Spirits, 340 South Saginaw Street, is one of downtown Flint's oldest hidden treasures. For more than 30 years, Churchill's has been a local downtown favorite, serving quality food and service at a reasonable price. Stop in and see why so many students and business people alike choose Churchill's. Happy hour specials and home-cooked lunch specials daily. Live entertainment every Friday night. Signs by Craney is the area's largest and most complete custom sign company. From concept through completion, no one does it better. Design, fabrication, installation, and maintenance. A business with no sign is a sign of no business. Located in Flushing, 4160 Commerce Drive at 810-487-0000. Page's Bookstore is locally owned and located at 132 West 2nd Street in downtown Flint at Buckham Alley. It is a showcase for local authors and artists. Please visit Page's during the second Friday Art Walk in downtown Flint.
Just like jump back. Well, yeah, that was great, and I appreciate all the underwriters for the show. You know,
Oh,
it really
yeah.
takes a lot.
Yes, it does. And that Johnny Panther Quest was so much
Johnny
fun.
Panther Quest, so you almost had a blast.
Yeah, I did. It was great.
So our first guest today from the Horror Con is going to be local author Glen Birdsall. Welcome, Glen.
Thank you.
And then also artist and musician Geary Rowe. Welcome, Geary. It's good to have you guys on the show today.
Thank you.
Cool trip.
So yeah, thanks. No magic. So tell me a little bit about the Horror Con.
Well, the HorrorCon started, it was kind of an idea that came about a couple years ago. The first one we did was last year. It was right here in downtown Flint. Part of the idea was to keep bringing cool events to Flint. There's lots of conventions that are similar to this throughout Michigan, and you know, I think that growing up in a city that didn't really have a lot when I was young, Flushing or Flint when I moved there, you know, it was pretty cool to bring something like a sci-fi horror convention to a small town like that.
Sure. Did you guys get a good turnout last year?
Oh yeah, we had quite a few people show up, and when I mean quite a few, we were pushing probably maybe close to what, about 400.
Yeah, we think 400, 500 for the day there.
Yeah.
And that was the first event.
For sure.
So I mean that's pretty good. This year we hope to beat that by a little bit at least.
Awesome.
If not more.
What do you have at the actual convention? Is it just lots of local artists and
Sure.
movie makers?
We have local artists, and we also have vendors that are from around Michigan and surrounding areas. And on top of that, we also have a lot of our celebrity guests.
Who's your celebrity this year?
We have Cleve Hall, who is better known as Monster Man from Sci-Fi Channel.
Awesome.
We have Kevin Van Henrik, who is better known for his movies Basket Case.
We have Ari Lehman. Ari was the first Jason.
Oh, very cool.
In Friday the 13th Part 1. So the little creepy Jason that jumps out of the lake is, and he'll also be playing the after party at Churchill's.
At Churchill's?
Yeah. He's also in a band called First Jason. And he plays a guitar that's shaped like a machete.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be the coolest show.
And how much does it cost to get into the after party?
Free.
Oh, that's free?
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
That's, we charge $10 to get into the convention. It's a 10-hour show. But we do a lot of things also for the public. The after party's free. We also have a show coming up in October 11th called It Came From the Local.
Okay.
And so that's right here in this building. And that's some of the submissions that we got for the Flint HorrorCon films. So we kind of split the films up. We have some playing at the Flint HorrorCon and some playing here.
How many films do you have playing at the local?
At the local, we probably have about a dozen films.
Okay.
They're all short films, ranging from 5 minutes to, on that night, I think we have one that goes about 40. And we get submissions that are as close as right around the corner here. And we have submissions this year. I'm proud to say we got movies from England, 2 from Spain, 1 from Hungary. So we get...
Is there a big diversity in the types of horror movies you get from?
You tell us about the horror movies. Tell us about each one of them. Can you tell us a little bit about? Because I see there was a little blurb about.
Generally.
Well,
Scared.
should we act them out?
Well, yeah, you see that.
Wouldn't mind.
We'll mind
Just the good parts.
We'll mind one of them.
Okay.
We got all kinds of movies. I mean, they range from slasher movies. We have some zombie movies, of course. Those are big now.
I mean, it spreads across the whole genre of horror, where it goes from being your typical gore films to being the psychological films to being on the depths of the Hitchcock style films.
Right. Yeah, we got a couple thrillers in too, and they were pretty good films, and we're showing those. One of them is playing at the actual HorrorCon.
Okay.
And it's a full-length film, and we do get all kinds of movies. We got some really great films from the foreign countries. I was really surprised.
How about any of the local filmmakers?
Well, we have one local filmmaker who's going to be on.
What's the name?
Be on in just a moment. Wow.
Oh, on the show. We'll ask him about that film too. But what about any other local filmmakers that you can? That's always I always like to plug.
The one thing about the HorrorCon is that we like to give out our support to all the local filmmakers, from Charles Schaefer with the Atomic Swan.
Yes.
And that's one of our biggest niches, that we want to support them and help them out in any way we can. So that was one of the main purposes of the con, was that if these filmmakers make work in horror or the psychological or thrillers, that here is a avenue for them to get their films shown to the public. And plus we also have a lot of having celebrities there. They can also do their PR, do PR work, and then also maybe see if they can set up with some of the actual distributors there as well. So
very cool.
The films are a jury too, so not everything's shown.
Yeah, you probably got tons of submissions on
We
top
did.
of what you actually showed.
Yeah.
So what do you think the appeal is, culturally for the horror genre? A lot of people can find their certain, I like zombie movies, for example, or I like slasher flicks, I like...
Well, I mean, you can look at it in a lot of ways. One way is that decades, usually. People can judge them by decades, but the times usually reflect the horror movies that are really popular at the time. Take for example, the 3 different types of Invasion of Body Snatchers. Each one's very specific to the time it came out. You know, the first one's about communism, really. The second one's about yuppies. You know, that came out in the 70s. Then the third one is, you know, just pretty much our fear of our own military. So now I think you know, the whole zombie niche probably has a lot to do with the end of times.
The end of times, the fact of the mind.
We do feel
want to shoot their neighbors.
People feel empty, you know, like a zombie. So there's all kinds of like cool.
Is there always like a social undercurrent to a horror movie?
There
Or
usually
is there
is.
just some that are just violence?
Well, I mean, what I'm talking about is like the ones that become important during the time.
Sure,
you know.
sure. But I mean, do you guys have some that you like that aren't because they're heady, just because they're bloody?
Absolutely.
Well, there's your levels of gore that everybody loves.
Mm-hmm.
They like to see that absolute scary gore, and then there's also for me, I like the psychological horror. I believe that horror is a little more scarier when you don't see the monster, when it's almost on the sense of like the Italian genre giallo, where all you see is the black leather gloves. You never really see the killer until basically the end.
It's Hitchcock. Yeah, I just see the shadows.
And some of our other celebrity guests are really bringing a lot of the locals too. John Tenney is incredibly charismatic. Paranormal.
Dark arts. Lecturer.
He's a lecturer, and the guy's got incredible charisma.
Yeah.
He's one of our guests.
Really good friend.
Lucifer Fulci, local musician. Who are we forgetting?
You want to cheat sheet?
There's not one. Oh, yeah.
We also have, you're gonna cut that out, right? The whole paper thing.
Yeah, that's one I don't forget.
All right.
I should have gone like that.
We're also we also have Tom Sullivan coming back. He was here last year. Tom is a great special effects guy. He pioneered a lot of he was part of like a whole movement that happened in the 80s here in Michigan. He did the Evil Dead movies.
Oh, awesome.
That became a big franchise. And, you know.
Helped boost Sam Raimi to his stardom.
And we also have Walter Phelan, who it's really cool because he's in a movie that's coming out right this October.
Oh, what's the movie?
I don't remember the name of the new movie, but Walter was in House of a Thousand Corpses. He played Dr. Satan.
Oh, okay.
So people love that character, and he's going to be there too.
And
That's awesome.
he's such a multifaceted talent because not only is he an actor, he's also a special effects wizard. He's also a musician, and that's one of the things that I'm always interested in is when you find these celebrities that have a broad spectrum of the art genre. Because it's like Kevin Van Henrik, he also does a lot of sculpting, and so you see that not only are these celebrities just actors, but they're also artists.
Now, when you approach big celebrities like this, what is their reaction? You say, "Come to Flint, come do some stuff here."
Okay,
Are you scared?
Yeah, I've actually had quite a few.
We'll find out which ones we're
Isn't
going
that
for.
on the list of the most dangerous
Yeah.
places?
It's funny, people
It should
that
be
are like
appealing to
killers
them.
in movies.
They should be appealed by that.
And it's one thing that is security and safety is one of their main concerns.
In case of a zombie outbreak.
Right.
Yeah, we put that out forward that everything's going to be safe and secure.
I mean, it really is. It's just perceptions.
If Dr. Satan's scared to come to
That's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying. Come on, Dr. Satan, seriously?
We are the devil.
I think you should tell them up front that if they do not want to be on because they're too scared to get in Flint, that we're going to make sure that we mention that in all of our and their name.
Dr. Satan, afraid of devil's rejects anytime. So it sounds like with all the technical aspects and the different kinds of authors and horror-related arts musicians, there's something for the whole family here.
There is. We have vendors. We're going to have Q&As, kind of like lectures too. We have the film showing at the Masonic.
This year we have 2 floors. We'll have 2 floors of vendors.
Right. 2 floors of vendors. Last year we had one.
Just the
And
one.
we upped it about 10 more vendors than last year.
Cool.
So it's really for all ages? So you can bring your
I
children?
mean, we want parents have to be there. Parents have to be aware of what they're doing.
Yes,
Parents definitely have to watch their kids.
Yeah.
That goes for every day.
And the theater room, no unattended children
Okay.
Okay.
are able
So
to sit
bring
there
your
and watch
leashes
the
for your
movies.
kids.
And blindfolds?
Right. So if they're in there watching the
They
movies,
do
they're going to be
earmuffs.
asked to leave the house. Their parents.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, well,
That's
nice.
pretty good. And it's only $10 for 10 hours?
$10 for 10 hours.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Can't be making much money on that one.
Is it about the money?
No, it's not. I mean, if it was, you know,
You
we
give us-
could definitely,
Yeah.
we could up the price of the tickets, we could up the price on our $10 t-shirts.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
short
it's just
shirts.
t-shirt.
It's just
That's
short.
really cool.
So-
chainsaws?
And you know, the t-shirts go very, very quickly. We always sell those out.
How much
We
are-
sell those out usually before the con even hits.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we get
So
one
yeah.
just as like,
Do you have a website that people can buy
We
them
do,
from right now?
we do.
what's the website?
It's right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Read it off to us here so we go.
I gave you the graphics, so
Oh.
you're gonna throw it out.
He just won't give me an inch. Okay.
Is there still room for people to get involved, or are your vendors all set?
Our vendors are set right now. You know, it usually fills up pretty quickly.
Are you guys planning next year's already? Or are you
A
giving
little
away-
bit here and there.
Take a day off?
What we normally do is, after the con, we usually take the year off and we start talking on January 2nd.
Okay.
We wait till January
Yeah,
2nd to
we
even
enjoy
think
the
about it.
winter.
Yeah.
We hibernate during the winter until the next fall.
Very cool.
For a show, one thing, we do Art Fair, which is one of the art walk events that happens in the spring. We do a small film type of thing where we show movies for free. We do the con. And then we're asked to do a few other smaller cons and other things like that. And throughout that time, there's lots and lots of planning.
Sure.
And so, you know, it takes up a lot of time.
How many people are on your committee?
It's around, there's a good 10 that do a lot of work.
10 that spend about 10 months a year.
Yeah,
Right,
Awesome.
yeah.
one person per month.
So did you guys always go to horror cons when you were younger and say, I wish
Yeah.
I had one of these?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. You grow up with wanting those escapes.
Right.
Well, for me, it was always, I truly got tired of driving either to Canada, to Ohio, all over the place, and I just never understood why can't we have one here? And Chris Ringler approached me and asked me about, let's consider this, let's try and do this. And you mentioned earlier, it's about the money, and it's not about the money, it's actually about bringing the culture, the diversity, and the attention to the horror genre to Flint, and show that Flint's not just this state of violence, but that it can be a cultural place for everyone to
For
come.
violence.
We bring pretend violence to try
Yeah.
to get rid of the real violence.
Yeah. We show them it's better to be filmed instead of acting it out in the streets.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else you want to get out there to our viewers?
I
No?
think we're pretty good.
Awesome.
Um,
And so the event on the 11th is $6?
It is, on the 11th, is free.
It's free.
Absolutely free.
Awesome.
We're going to be selling the tickets to the con. We're going to make a little bit of scratch on some
T-shirts.
vending and some t-shirts, you know. Come in, buy a pop, and
Sure.
watch some cool movies.
And that's all going to pay to help fundraise for the event itself? Or it's just
It
part
helps a
of it?
little bit,
Yeah.
you know. I
Awesome.
mean, every little bit helps.
For
So,
sure.
so that's the 11th. Then the 20th is the actual Flint Horror Con. Come to that. That's $10 at the Masonic Temple. Starts at noon, goes till 10 p.m. And then is the after party.
And then parts of church shows.
The after party is the church shows.
So just the one day?
And Arlow Xan is opening up for First Jason.
Awesome.
So just the
That's
two
an
bands?
invisible show.
There might be a surprise, but we can't really
I like
talk
surprises.
about it.
You can tell me.
Well, I mean, if there's no surprise, then what am I going to say?
Yeah, it's not really a horror movie at that point.
Right. So,
Cool. Thanks a lot for being on the show, guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
And check out how cool this is. Oh. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us up.
All right. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming.
Churchill's Food and Spirits, 340 South Saginaw Street, is one of downtown Flint's oldest hidden treasures. For more than 30 years, Churchill's has been a local downtown favorite, serving quality food and service at a reasonable price. Stop in and see why so many students and business people alike choose Churchill's. Happy hour specials and home cooked lunch specials daily. Live entertainment every Friday night. Signs by Craney is the area's largest and most complete custom sign company. From concept through completion, no one does it better. Design, fabrication, installation, and maintenance. A business with no sign is a sign of no business. Located in Flushing, 4160 Commerce Drive at 810-487-0000. Page's Bookstore is locally owned and located at 132 West 2nd Street in downtown Flint at Buckham Alley. It is a showcase for local authors and artists. Please visit Page's during the Second Friday Art Walk in downtown Flint.
And remember, you can be an underwriter too. It's only a $10 donation to the Creative Alliance, and you'll be helping pay for one of Flint's coolest programs, as well as its coolest grassroots organization. And you're promoting yourself, which is always nice, right?
You know, associating your business with Creative Alliance, which is always good because we're the coolest grassroots organization in Flint. So.
Yeah, for sure.
So our next guest is.
Oh, check it out! I got one more magic trick for you.
No, what are you doing? Oh, stop it!
Bam!
You are just too cool.
I'm so cool.
Yes.
How are you doing?
How are you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing excellent.
Nice to meet
This is
you.
our second guest here, our second round of guests. This is Paul Counelis. Paul is a author. He writes for Rue Morgue, which is a, if you don't know, Canadian magazine dedicated to covering horror and culture and entertainment. It comes from Edgar Allan Poe's
The title.
The title of
Yeah.
Rue Morgue, Murders in the Rue Morgue. But you in particular, you write a monthly column, and you've also written some books, and you've got a new book coming out called Marshall's Gully.
Yep.
What's Marshall's Gully going to be about?
Well, it's actually a true story. This big old scary house that me and my friend lived in when we were at the end of our teenage years. We met all these other neighborhood teenagers, and one of them, his name was Marshall. He's one of the kids that just has something special about him, you know what I mean? Like as soon as you meet him, you're drawn to him. And tragically, he passed away later that year. But by that time, we had this bond, you know, all of us. And we shared this really terrifying experience one night in front of a cemetery here in Flint, in a gully. I mean, I still can't explain it.
So the novel's about that night in particular?
It's about our whole friendship, and that night it's just an event, like the Paramount event, you know.
That was before he died, though.
Right.
The night that you're.
Right, yeah. Months before. Yeah, so looking back on it, it's more bittersweet. And that's the way I think of it now. I don't even think of it as scary as it was then. And now I'm just like.
Did you think it was almost like a premonition kind of an event, or a
Kind of.
forewarning of some type?
Yes, definitely, because he told us what he wanted played at his funeral.
Wow.
Because of that night?
I don't know. You know, I can't say. I sort of just left it ambiguous because all these details, they sort of add up to maybe a premonition. But, I mean, he lived on that edge anyway. And our spiritual advisor was Jim Morrison at the time, so that's not, that's not gonna, you know, keep you safe and sound at home, you know.
Are you self-publishing this book, or?
Yeah, well, it's self-published basically, yeah.
Very cool.
Now, is the book really supposed to be factual, or is it? Did you embellish it?
I did
and
not
turn it into
embellish at
fiction?
all.
Oh.
I purposely tried to stay as close to everything. You know, and when I was writing it, the weirdest thing ever, I remember entire conversations, actual conversations. And because I was naming the other people that were there, I had to make sure it was right to the facts. I still talk to these guys, you know. And they're going to read it and go, what? That didn't happen.
you know? So I just stuck as close to the facts as I could, just told what happened, you know?
Yeah.
It was very strange.
So it's interesting looking back as a fellow writer, you know, on experiences like that that stick with you for your whole life, but you really don't know how to completely understand them until you fully start writing.
Right.
Because you kind of flesh it out.
That's exactly what happened. And see, this happened over 20 years ago. So it wasn't like I could just reach right back for it. I took a bunch of notes, and then I had to assemble the timeline, and then all of a sudden memories just flooded back. You know, and I was just, wow, I couldn't write it fast enough, you know. But it was 20 years.
Right. So how long have you been writing for Reward?
Oh man, 3 years now, I think.
Okay.
Bugged them over and over and over, like the old cliche goes.
Like a dream job, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly what it was, because I picked up a Rue Morgan and I said, what is this? This isn't Fangoria. This is literature. These guys are great. I want to be in this, you know. This is, and I just wrote a bunch of stuff and I just kept sending it to the editor-in-chief. And at first she was like, oh, we can't use any more writers. I just kept on sending stuff. You know? And then finally there was an article about Lon Chaney, and she was like, all right, I love this. I have a tattoo of Lon Chaney, and I love this.
On the sweet spot.
Yeah, and
Nice.
they finally put me in the back of the magazine, very last page.
Foot in the door.
You know, and then eventually I got the column. So
Yeah, let's talk
That's
about the column a little bit.
it's called Monster Kid Corner. It's right on the website, the Rue Morgan website. I do it twice a month about.
Okay.
And it's not really that it's just child-oriented horror. It could be something that got you into horror as a child. So I try to go back and find things that not everybody's, you know, knowing about all the time. It's not the popular stuff. Great Pumpkin ain't gonna be in it, you know.
Stuff from your life, or just stuff you find like pop culture, a lot of
Both.
people?
Both.
Okay.
Generally, if it's something from that I, you know, hold dear, it's going in there a lot quicker.
Sure.
You know, but if I see something interesting, I'll check it out. Yeah.
So the majority of your readers are older, or they're younger people trying to like jump in, maybe?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple. I know there's some people every month that go in there and talk, and I know they're older. And they go back and go, oh, I never even heard of this before, you know. Where'd you find this, you know? So that's what I'm really hoping for. That people can see some things that might not have even known existed before.
Definitely.
Excuse me.
Isn't there a second book too, The Legend of Old Man Gooch and several others? What is that? Is that short stories, I assume?
No, I have 2 series of middle grade books. One is Kendall Kingsley, and she's like, paranormal things are drawn to her. So she has to work through all this. Basically, they're faith, books based on faith. And the first one of that is Kendall Kingsley, The Secret of the Scarecrow. That's the first book I ever wrote. And then the other one is the Spook Sleuths. And they're like a neighborhood group of kids that go out and solve mysteries. And Legend of Old Man Gooch is one of those.
So you write children's books primarily? I've seen
Some
your books, I feel like.
Some, but I also write, I wrote a book called 25 Underrated Horror Films. I just write, you know, as a writer, you know, whatever your muse is.
For sure.
You gotta put it up there.
For sure. So, what's your connection to the HorrorCon? Are you part of the committee, or
I'm just really good friends with them.
just excited?
I want to be on the committee. What's going on?
Yeah, why don't you let them on?
I can get into Rue Morgan, but I can't get into the front.
I know, right?
Well, you know, the street just out here.
No, we're just really good friends. Like, I've known Glen since like 1948, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, we went to school together. Carmen.
In your previous lives.
Right. And so I've been at the, you know, horror conventions. Am I interviewing people?
You are. You're interviewing, I believe, Dr. Satan.
That's what I was so hoping.
And
Because-
you're interviewing the Flint Horror Writers Guild.
Cool.
There's a guild now.
Yeah.
That'll be another interview.
Yep. And I'm excited about that. Especially Walter Phelan, because he also played the fair-haired child. It's a series of Masters of Horror.
Oh, cool.
I love that movie.
For sure.
So I'm really looking forward to that. Plus he's a drummer. So.
Do you think you have more of a, being from Flint, like a connection, a draw towards like, you know, the blown up scenarios and everyone's dying, just like the decayed?
No.
No?
My background is because my parents are creepy, by nature. Like, my mother would do this thing, my mom and my grandma would do this thing where they would look past you, you know? It's just, and that's the stuff that scares me, those kind of things. You know, I'm not like a huge into the zombies, although I like Return of the Living Dead. That's one of my favorite.
You're more into the paranormal, spooky stuff.
Exactly. I like the paranormal stuff. I like it. I mean, I like anything that's good. It's well made.
Yeah. The spooky ghost stories.
Right, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my
I got a couple
favorite.
books for you to read then.
I would love to read it. Well, the first one I watched was Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
So that was it. As soon as I saw that, Universal all the way,
Yeah.
I got obsessed with it, you know.
Is there a lot of like comedy horror anymore? Or is there still
Yeah, there's still a decent amount. I think there's a new one now called Juan of the Dead.
one of the
I
dead?
haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's getting good reviews. People are loving it, you know.
That's cool.
My movie it came from the local is a little horror comedy thing, a little 5-minute short that we made.
Oh, I'm anxious for that.
What's the premise of your short?
It's called Hey, You Ever Heard of Rob Zombie? And what it is some clerks at a Halloween store, they are trying to show they know stuff, and they don't really know that much, you know? So it's pretty much just a funny little recounting of
That's cool.
a strange visit to a Halloween store.
That's awesome.
And it's half based on a true story.
So then you're into filmmaking too?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of those well-rounded artists.
Yeah, so you write and do you act or you
Yeah.
just, oh, great. Okay, and then you write the film.
Musician.
Yeah.
And you're also a musician?
That's
What
why I
do
was
you
into the drum.
play? What do you play?
I play, actually I'm the lead singer in my band,
Okay, what is that?
Free Will.
Free Will. Oh, okay.
We've been playing around for,
I know I've
20
seen that
years.
in a venue, listening before, you know. What do you play?
I'm the lead singer.
Oh, you're the singer. Oh,
I
okay.
fill in on drums, bass, or whatever we need really when anybody, we've had like 25 members.
Yeah.
Because we've been around like since the Ramones, you know.
So you're like one of those old bands where you go to see them and there's actually no original people in there.
Yeah, there's
Somebody
two.
owns that name.
Yeah, there's 5 of us and 2 were in the band when it started.
Oh, wow. And are you one of the originals?
Yeah.
And you're one of the originals. Okay, who's the
Yeah.
other original?
His name's Donnie Jones, but he left for like 6 years in between.
He came back.
Yeah, so me and the guitar player have been together for 20 years, and then my sister's in the group too, and my cousin's the bass player.
It's like the Partridge Family.
Yeah, kind of, like
Yeah.
the Partridge Family if they're like really loud, heavy music.
Too bad.
What is this you brought with you?
Oh, this is a magazine that we're making every month through the Halloween season. This is our first try at it. This is number 3, the Halloween Machine.
And who's we?
Well, me and basically my kids, I guess. My daughter, she writes a segment every month about Halloween store sightings. And a few people online, they just really took to it and started sending me stuff every month. Like this guy, Curtis Prim, he sends me stuff every month and he's brilliant. So I put everything in there, you know, that he sends out.
So are there a lot of stories?
There's a story, actually this one has a story by Charles Shaver in it.
Okay.
I write articles about Halloween stuff, like this one has the best television Halloween episodes, you know,
Okay.
because I'm a super geek for that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Anything Halloween related, I mean, I'm down for it. Like, you know, all the old kid shows, anything they show on the Disney Channel, I watch anything. I don't care what it is. It'll be a Halloween episode of Reba, I'll watch it.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, anything, it don't even matter, I'll watch it. I love Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I hate Scooby-Doo. The monsters were always fake.
Well,
That pissed me off.
That's one of the columns in the Monster Kid Corner was about Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, because the monsters aren't fake on that one.
Yeah.
So I love that one.
How can people get this magazine?
Well, this, you go to lulu.com and just type in Halloween Machine, or actually it's available on Amazon.
Okay.
Pretty soon it'll be in the brick and mortar stores, you know.
Well, I see it's got an ISBN number, so
Yeah.
it'll be in regular stores too.
Yeah, yeah.
And how much is it?
$8. $8, and
Cool.
it's a labor of love.
For sure.
We're not making money.
How old are your kids?
Well, one of them's here, Jason, he's 20.
Okay.
And then I got a 3-year-old, so it goes from 3 to 20.
Wow.
I have 7 kids.
Wow.
And then it goes from 3 to 20.
That's
And
awesome.
Halloween's our favorite time of year, you know.
For sure.
My 11-year-old especially, she's just, man, she gets mad if we go into a store before Halloween and they have Christmas stuff up.
She didn't want to.
Yeah, she writes the articles. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, those haunted houses, my kids, in fact, I took them to so many that they got tired of it. They refused to go, you
And
know.
because
and
they were just,
I had to bribed the neighbor kid to go with me because they wouldn't go with me anymore.
That's awesome. We run a haunt out of my house.
Oh.
Are you in the area?
Yeah, it's called Scarage Town. We run it right out of my house.
Where?
I've heard of that.
It's last year I got out of proportion. We even got the cops called on us because Jason was outside with a chainsaw. And so it's funny, like on the Flint police operations page, it said, oh, there's some guy chasing kids around with a chainsaw. At first there was a bunch of people going, oh, that's crazy. And then everybody's like, no, it's this family. They do a free haunt every year.
So where do you guys, people want to come to the Scare Show event?
It's going to be on Dale Avenue because that's where I live.
Cool.
So no weirdos, please.
Okay, oh yeah, maybe he
Or all
doesn't
weird.
necessarily want to
Well,
talk
it's-
about this or not.
I do want people to come.
Okay, cool.
Because it's free, and that's why we do it, because there's nothing like that around the area
Yeah,
for kids. It just,
yeah.
when I was a kid, there was all kinds of stuff.
There was,
You
for a
walk
while.
through and people
Yeah.
would scare the crap out of you. It's like this
Yeah.
magical, crazy night.
Yeah. The hay rides were always my favorite.
Oh, I love the hay rides.
I know.
And now it's like, they're sort of, people are kind of scared. And
Don't we have a Facebook for it?
yes, we do have a Facebook,
Oh, right.
Scarage Town.
Scare Show
Yeah,
Facebook.
you type in Scarage Town, places to go.
Is it all one word?
No, it's 2 words. So,
Okay.
and you can go there and, yeah, that'd be the best place for directions and stuff like that. There's a little map on it and everything. But right now, we're way behind, so I'm hoping that it can be as cool as it usually is.
Sure, after.
Excuse me, because we got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. And we moved it from our old house, and our old house, we had it all set up nice, and now we haven't done anything. So we just have a lot of actors waiting for places to go.
So how big's your cast usually?
We have, man, way too many actors for the amount of room that we have, but we have 9 or 10 people.
Awesome.
And my favorite one is my other daughter, my oldest daughter, I have 3. She climbs out of a TV like the Ring.
Oh no.
That terrifies people. They lose their minds. It's like, what the heck? Because the lights dim out and then there's just a stroke. We got a wishing well sitting next to her.
You must have been a fun dad.
Oh, yeah.
Or are a fun dad.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I try to be. And I play Jason now. I used to play Michael Myers, but my brother-in-law, he plays Freddy. So we come on at the end.
Like battle.
Yeah, we battle for a second, then we turn on the crowd. And we have planted one of my kids, so we take him and throw him into a casket, and everyone just runs off.
Like the dream team fight match.
You? You get thrown in the casket?
Oh, no.
No, my-
With chainsaw.
Little
That's right.
You just cut your way out if you did.
Yeah.
He and I also, we do a podcast called Scarage Town Review.
Oh, really?
It's kind of related
What,
to
you have a podcast?
How do we search that?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, that's the only place we have it right now. I think we have 3 episodes, I think. Actually, we did the Flint HorrorCon sort of wrap-up thing last year. That was cool.
So we type in Scarage Town
2 R's?
Yeah,
Scarage?
yep.
in
Just like
YouTube-
Carriage, but with the S.
in YouTube, and then we would find those.
Yep.
So we go to YouTube and type that in YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, actually, you'll find the haunt, yeah.
Yeah, we have video of the haunt.
Yeah, if
Awesome.
you type that in, you can see footage of the haunt, and you can watch the podcast, which the podcasts are more about horror-related things, just whatever we feel like talking about.
Exactly.
No.
Did your kids ever say, no, please, no more? I don't want to do
No.
this.
My kids would be like this, Dad, can I please be on the haunt? I don't want to go trick-or-treating this
Really?
year. And that kind of bums me out because I had such a great time trick-or-treating when I was a kid. I wanted them to,
Yeah.
but they see the haunt, they're like, dude, you're scared people. That's way better than trick-or-treating.
You'll be the kid at school the next day like, oh, how much candy did you get? Oh, I had a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Candy's for losers.
Well, they would throw candy at my little girl because they're scared of her. They would throw stuff at
Just
her.
throw blood back at them.
Does that even have any repercussions when they go to school the next day?
Everyone's just jealous of them.
They're
Yeah.
Everyone's
probably
jealous.
popular.
When they come over to like sell candy bars door to door, that would actually have people go, wait, this is that awesome house with the haunt, and they remember it.
Yeah.
So
And what do you guys do on Halloween night?
just Halloween.
Just Halloween
yeah.
night,
Oh,
awesome.
that's
We've talked about expanding it and doing it longer, but
Flint's a weird place.
We can
like
have the
that.
Devil's Night.
and it costs a lot to put this together, and we do it all for free, so we don't.
Sure.
I've thought about putting out a tip jar or something like that, but I don't want people to have to feel like they have to put it.
All right. It's kind of crazy, like even $1, people are just like, I can't do $1.
Yeah, $1. Yeah. Well, I had people walk out and I'd be listening and say something like, "Oh, that was great. That was better than insert haunt here."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, maybe we should put out a tip jar." just to try to get money and keep
Yeah,
this
I
stuff.
think that's a great idea. I would feel guilty going without tipping
Yeah.
you if you spend so much money, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I really would.
And it's a good walkthrough. I mean, it takes 10 minutes. You know, you can't just run through it. Like the first thing we did, you could just run through it. But this one, we have a guy leading you through
Oh, cool.
a host, you know, the brother-in-law.
Nice.
Yeah, basically roped in the whole family and
Yeah,
then we scared
sure.
everybody.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
We're our own house of 1,000 corpses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get Dr. Satan to walk through it. This is real flat right here.
Yeah, Dr. Satan.
Well, cool, man. So people check you out on YouTube if they want to check out your books. They go to Lulu magazine
Lulu.com or Amazon.
or Amazon.
Yeah, you can type my name in, all the books come up. There's a Halloween Machine website, halloweenmachine.webs.com.
Okay.
And there's a Kendall Kingsley website, kendallkingsley.webs.com.
Cool. And we'll show those in our
Yeah,
credits.
we'll
everybody.
have
Oh, here they are right
We've been
there.
rolling his name on the bottom of the screen while we've been talking.
Beautiful.
We're good like that.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Show us.
I appreciate it. You guys are great.
Come on, check it out.
You should, definitely.
Definitely.
All right.
Awesome.
So now I think we need to play some music from Arlow Xan, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's do
Let's
that.
do that.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for being
Thank
here.
you.
All right.
Okay, and I think that's it.
Thank you.
Turn it off now.
Now give it up for Arlow Xan with their new Halloween song.
Cross the street, find something to eat. Better yours than mine. Better yours than mine. Ice is coming here, cold is getting near. Saw seen down through with bloodshot eyes. If I skate away, that'll be the day the hope leaves away from here. The hope leaves away from here. Who thought you'd ever get by standing with your crooked back? Better get your head straightened out unless you want a crooked back. Right now the criminals are loose and they're killing with their crooked back. Looking down the vulture sitting with your crooked back. Killing with your crooked back. Soul. Girls come out of the graveyard homes. No anger to store, no health at the core. If it feels it right, we'll dig some more. If it feels it right, we'll dig some more. Who thought you'd ever get by standing with the crooked back? Better get your head straightened out unless you want a crooked back. Right now the criminals are loose and they're killing with their crooked back. Looking down the vulture ways, sitting with the crooked back. Killing with the crooked back. straightened out unless you want to crooked back. Right now the criminals are loose and they're killing with the crooked back. Looking down the vulture wings, sitting with the crooked back, killing with the crooked back.
Yeah.
Yep, it's yeah, basically a Halloween album, kind of inspired, spooky. It's just 4 songs, but yeah, just songs that we've had for a very long time that we like to call they've been cured, song curing, where you write a song and you just let it sit for, you know, in this case 5 years or so, and then you just revisit it and tweak it. And when we did that, they all sort of had that underlying really spooky theme.
Sure.
And, you know, that's just...
Why not have a Halloween album? So
Yeah.
where do you get it? How can somebody get it?
That was a super.
well, we're going to have the album release party is going to be during the after party of the Flint Horror Con.
Oh,
So that's when we'll have it, yeah.
Oh, great, great. So if you go to the Horror Con after party,
Yeah,
Jennie
sure.
can buy it, and how much will it be?
$5.
$5.
Yeah.
Great.
4 songs.
Okay. So, how long have you two been playing music together?
Since 2007.
Wow.
Great.
So that's, these are some of your earlier songs, like
Right.
earliest.
Yeah, a couple of them I wrote, you know, before we even met. Actually, 3 of them were written. They've been curing since then.
Sure. Well, you guys were on our, I think it was our December show, and when we were doing it as a podcast at that little studio. So anybody was interested, I think that is on our Flint Underground site too, and you had a few songs that you played on that. It was really small though, remember that? It was like, yeah. It was fun, but anyway, now we have all this around, so it's much nicer and cheaper. Anyway, so what have you been doing since then though? I mean, have you got a regular full-size CD out yet besides the Halloween? How many do you have?
No, not yet. We did come out with like an EP since then of just 3 songs, just sampling what's to come. We are working on a full-length album that we hope to release at the beginning of next year, maybe January, February or so. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we're just concentrating on the Halloween album right now, and then we're even working on to help promote the full-length album. This weekend we're working on a little music video. So
Yeah, plans are in.
yeah, plans are
So you
in.
have a video to go with your Halloween music?
No, with
this
the
is
full-length
full
album. Yeah. Just trying to work on stuff a little early to help promote the full-length ones.
Now, are you guys doing more of a stripped down sound, like you just did the single guitar and the voices for the Halloween stuff, or is it?
Nope, actually, it
No,
does
it'll be
incorporate the
full
folk
production.
tronica sound that we've been trying to.
Creepy
Yeah.
folk tronica.
I like
yeah.
how you guys have transitioned like into something completely your own.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You guys
thank
have
you.
like a very original sound.
Yeah, we call it kimchi. Because when you first make kimchi, you can taste every ingredient that's in there. But after about 3 weeks and it ferments, it's just one flavor. That's just kimchi. So I feel like that's what we've done.
I'm glad we got that on film.
Welcome to Korean Sisters and Brothers.
So where are you guys going to be playing next?
After that, we will be, November 9th, which is Carl Sagan's birthday. We're doing kind of an astronomy and shipwrecks of the Great Lakes. We're going to recognize the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald and celebrate Carl Sagan's birthday.
How are you going to do that?
Nautical.
We are going to be having a show at the Aloha Lounge.
Aloha Lounge.
Where folks are incredibly encouraged, like super encouraged to dress up in either, any kind of astronomy related
You could be an alien Sailor Moon.
thing.
You could be Carl Sagan, turtleneck,
Or you
corduroy
could be a
blazer,
pirate.
or a pirate.
A mermaid.
Or
Mermaid.
merman.
Merman.
Yeah, you could be either. Mermaid,
Yeah, you-
mermaid.
And Murder Butler.
We're about
We're not.
So what day is that again? The Aloha Lounge?
The Aloha
November
Lounge,
What day?
November 9th. There'll be art walk, so we'll probably be down here handing out
Flyers.
propaganda and
And
trying to get people.
And then, okay, cool. And so, is that's the next thing that you're doing?
That's after.
After the
That'll be the
Horror
next
Con?
big show. We have a few shows in Detroit actually that we're playing between them.
You can plug Detroit, I know
Okay.
the Flint thing, but.
The 29th will be in Corktown Studios during the day on a Saturday.
29th,
3 and 6, September 29th.
Okay.
Yep.
Corktown Studios between 3 and 6. It'll be Arlow Xan and
Road Satellites.
And then October 6th, we'll be playing at City Club, which is an after-hours nightclub in Detroit. It's kind of I guess the style of the night is kind of anything goes. It's usually one of those kind of industrial techno fetish
Gothic.
club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they will be having their first annual synth pop festival.
Yeah.
That we'll be going, as well as another Flint band to represent. So
With the folks trying to.
with the Folk Chanukah.
Folk Chanukah.
I keep hearing your music in maybe Charles Schaefer films and other places.
Yeah, we've scored a few films.
Yeah,
Working that in.
What have you been doing that you've been?
Eric Hines did a video. They're going to be viewing that. It's called Wilted Flowers. Going to be doing a viewing of that with several other student films at Mott.
Yeah, they're also showing them.
Okay, yeah, September 20th.
Caribbean? Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
you wear your woolly suit.
We'll see.
Okay.
And we also did, a year ago at the HorrorCon was when Atomic Swan showed the Sugar Plum, which is a silent film that we did the music for that. So,
You guys are also, I want to plug this because it's this week. You're like the brains and brawn behind the collab nights we have every month.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes,
Heart and soul of it.
Right?
Yeah, come on by the Good Beans Cafe every third Wednesday from 7 to 10. And it's a great guinea pig audience. If you're trying something new for the first time,
And you're nervous and you're not sure how people take it. We're super easygoing.
try anything.
We're happy
Yeah.
to
And we
hang out and
did-
listen.
We videotaped that too, so you can see that on the Flint Underground.
But you don't have to be in the video if you're that nervous.
If you don't want to, you don't have to be in it, but most people do, because most people want to see what they look like, you know. And then, on film, and then we also have been putting that on the television too.
Yep.
So
Awesome.
that's one of the other videos that we play. So, anybody can be famous.
Sure. So what are you guys' favorite types of horror movies?
Oh man.
I'm a fan of the Hitchcock. I like the suspense and
Psychological horror.
yeah.
Fly.
That'd be
Fly.
fun, Fly.
Mine has to be like G-rated horrors, because I'm such a baby.
R.L. Stein, Goosebumps.
Yes.
That's super scary game.
I think
I was freaked out by Goosebumps.
I think the movie Let the Right One In, the Swedish movie,
Vampire.
the original Swedish. Anyway, that one was a beautiful film. A lot of horror I can't get into, but I did watch House of a Thousand Corpses. That was mentioned earlier, and I was over there just shrieking in my chair, just freaking out. But I am excited to meet Dr. Satan. Yes.
Yes.
So,
and-
just be like, I hated you, but it's nice to meet you.
He's more scared of us than we are of him.
So that should be cool.
Yeah, so we're excited.
And so if you want to hear your music right now on the internet, where would we go?
You go to www.arlowxan.bandcamp.com.
Right, it was right in front of my face the whole time.
That's ARLOWXAN, 2 words.
You guys are on Facebook too.
But on the internet as well.
We're on the Facebook,
Yes.
the online.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot for coming on, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And,
We're the end of the show, so we do a piece of it.
well, I mean, since it's the end of the show, we usually do music, and CA is really appreciative of everyone that, is part of the CA family. I want to do a birthday shout out to one of my friends whose birthdays today. It's Kenny Little. You guys okay? You want to sing for Kenny?
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do a little quick shout out. I don't have a singing voice, so I'll let you guys.
Ready?
All right.
Happy birthday to
be part of our family too. Just come on out.
Sure. Are we ready for the peace out?
Oh yeah, you guys want to peace out with us?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks for watching Flint Underground. I'm Nick.
Peace out.
I'm going to talk to this board of directors. Well, I can't versus college.
Okay.
What if we just gave the local commercial? Could we get free covers for life?
Well, hey, you can get free covers for life. I can because I go in there and video because it doesn't charge me anything.
So I just walk in and try to
You want to help me video?
You can if you want.
well, that's not free. That's work.
Yeah. Well, we can, oh, that's, are we getting this on video? Hey, did you want to do anything weird or funny?
Did you? You already did a little bit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
You already did that scary stuff just